Welcome back to our look into the future of transportation, where the lines between science fiction and reality are blurring faster than ever before. Today, we are focusing on a groundbreaking development in North Carolina that could fundamentally change how we think about emergency response and public safety. In a first-of-its-kind initiative, paramedics in Hyde County are trading their ambulances for the cockpit of a revolutionary electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, or eVTOL. This isn't just a tech demo, it is a live proof-of-concept program that places life-saving medical professionals behind the controls of an ultralight aircraft to reach emergency scenes in record time. While we have long talked about flying cars, the reality is that the first people to truly master the urban and rural skies might just be the ones coming to save your life. The aircraft at the center of this aerial revolution is the Helix, produced by a company called Pivotal, which you might remember as the creators of the Blackfly. The Helix is a marvel of modern engineering, a single-seat recreational vehicle that falls under the Federal Aviation Administration's Part 103 ultralight category. What makes this particularly significant for emergency services is that under these regulations, the aircraft does not require a traditional pilot's license to operate. This eliminates one of the biggest barriers to entry for aerial emergency response, the years of training and thousands of dollars usually required to certify a pilot. Instead, these volunteer paramedics will undergo specialized training provided by Pivotal to master the simple, joystick-driven fly-by-wire system that keeps the Helix stable and maneuverable in the air. The geography of Hyde County makes it the perfect testing ground for this technology. With its vast coastal areas, marshes, and remote communities, traditional ground-based emergency vehicles often face significant delays when responding to high-acuity emergency scenes. Whether it's a heart attack in a remote marshland or a car accident on a congested bridge, every second counts. By deploying a paramedic in a Helix VTOL, the county can bypass traffic, water, and difficult terrain to get a medical professional on site minutes before a heavy ambulance could ever arrive. It's important to note that in this initial phase, the Helix is not meant for patient transport. It is a single-seat aircraft designed to deliver the most critical element of emergency care, the human expert. Once on the scene, the paramedic can begin advanced life support, stabilize the patient, and prepare them for the arrival of ground units. This tiered response model is intended to bridge the gap between the initial call and the arrival of a transport-capable vehicle, potentially saving countless lives in the process. Technically speaking, the Helix is a fascinating piece of kit. It features a unique tandem-wing tilt aircraft architecture that allows it to lift off vertically like a helicopter and then tilt its entire body forward to fly with the efficiency of a fixed-wing airplane. This design eliminates the need for complex swiveling rotors or heavy transition hardware, keeping the aircraft light and relatively simple. Power comes from an 8 kilowatt-hour battery pack that provides a flight range of approximately 20 miles, or about 20 minutes of airtime. While that might sound modest compared to a car, in a rescue scenario, 20 miles covers a massive radius when you're flying in a straight line at speeds that ground vehicles can only dream of. The charging system is equally impressive, capable of taking the battery from 20% to 95% in about 75 minutes, ensuring the aircraft can be back in the air multiple times throughout a shift. For safety, the Helix is built with redundancy in mind. It can continue flying even if 2 of its rotors fail, and it comes equipped with a ballistic landing camera, anti-collision lights, and a ballistic parachute system for the ultimate peace of mind. The project is a collaborative effort between Pivotal, Hyde County Emergency Services, and an emergency preparedness company called Code Blue Resources. While the paramedics are the first to take flight, they likely won't be the last. Hyde County has already signaled that if this pilot program is successful, they plan to expand the use of the Helix VTOL to other critical departments, including law enforcement, fire services, and emergency management. Imagine a police officer being able to launch an aerial pursuit or perform a search and rescue operation across a hurricane-damaged landscape without waiting for a $1 million helicopter to arrive from a neighboring city. Cops could use these silent electric flyers to provide situational awareness during high-risk incidents or to rapidly assess infrastructure damage after a natural disaster. The potential for fire departments is equally vast, allowing for quick scouting of brush fires or locating victims in complex environments where visibility from the ground is limited. This move toward electric aviation in public service highlights a broader trend in the automotive and tech industries. We're seeing a shift away from massive, expensive, and carbon-heavy machinery towards smaller, more efficient, and agile electric solutions. The Helix is a quiet aircraft, which is a major benefit for operations in residential areas where the deafening roar of a traditional helicopter might be disruptive or even dangerous during sensitive operations. Furthermore, the operational costs of an electric VTOL are a fraction of what it costs to run a turbine-powered aircraft. This democratization of the sky allows smaller counties and municipalities with limited budgets to finally have an aerial presence that was previously reserved for major metropolitan areas. It's a leveling of the playing field that prioritizes speed and efficiency over sheer size. As we look toward the future, the implications of this North Carolina experiment are profound. If paramedics and eventually police officers can successfully integrate these ultralight flyers into their daily operations, it could pave the way for a more widespread adoption of VTOL technology in the civilian sector. It serves as a real-world demonstration of the safety, reliability, and utility of electric aviation. While there are still questions regarding air traffic management and weather limitations, the Hyde County program is providing the data needed to answer them. We are watching the birth of a new era in first response, one where the help you need comes from above, bypassing the gridlock of the 20th century road system. It's a bold, brave, and incredibly exciting step forward for Hyde County and for the entire world of transportation. Whether it's a paramedic reaching a remote beach or a police officer surveying a storm-ravaged coast, the pivotal Helix is proving that the future of public safety is electric, vertical, and ready to fly. We'll be watching closely as these volunteer pilots take to the skies, and you can bet that the rest of the country and the world of law enforcement will be watching right along with us.